What is going on? So you Leos have the Strength, which is Leo, the Magician, and the Queen of Wands. So immediately a Leo card, which is good luck. So there's definitely a sense of you Leos really doing your own thing right here and exercising your own strength, exercising your own freedom. There's definitely a sense for you Leos marching to the beat of your own drum. You realize now more who you are more than before. You don't care about what other people got going on. You're living life by your rules, and you Leos are going to continue to do so. The Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles now is about how. So because of this, a lot of you Leos very much so, y'all understand that y'all can't hang out with everybody. The King of Pentacles represents a person who's too caught up in trying to run game on you, no matter who they are. And a lot of you Leos are able to sniff out who would run that type of game on y'all in the first place. But one thing y'all are realizing, one thing y'all have realized for sure, is that not everybody has your back. And that if they're going to be in your life for a long term, and if you're going to benefit them, they have to also benefit you. It has to be mutual. And it's not transactional. It's not like y'all are having a business transaction where it's like, okay, you do this, you do that, and they're trying to buy you or you're trying to buy them. It's no. The two of y'all are going to hang out with one another and actually look out for the other person because you actually care for the person. Because there's definitely a sense of you Leos, like, you know, you don't mind hanging out with people, but they got to care about you, though. You know, they got to actually care, find out a little bit more about you, put in some form of effort, not chase, but put in some form of effort when it comes to hanging out with you. The Ace of Pentacles and the Justice right here for you are really about how, because a lot of you Leos understand your value. You're not just going to hang out with anybody just because. You're not just going to kick it with people just because they tell you that they rock with you. You'll listen to what it is that they have to say and all of that, yeah. But at the same time, you're going to also sit back and see what they are about as well. There's definitely a sense of you Leos needing to find out more about a person. You know, a lot of you Leos are definitely being a lot more smart with the people that you hang out with. Because like it is that I said before, a lot of the times, y'all Leos, your greatest downfalls are from friends. No cap. And the crazy part about this whole thing is y'all get that from Aquarius, the opposite zodiac sign. Because Aquarius is what? Aquarius is friends. Aquarius rules over what house? The 11th house. And the 11th house is what? Hidden enemies in the form of friends, in the form of romantic interests, in the form of people that you trust. See, the 6th house, which is ruled by Virgo, rules known enemies. So it's enemies that you know. It's enemies that are clear in the daytime, front, you know what I'm saying, front and center. But when it comes to the 11th house is hidden enemies. The lies that you will tell yourself to keep this dysfunctional person around you, even though they got a wayward way about them. Even though the way that they carry themselves is dysfunctional. Even though that every time you hang around them, you take a loss. And you could be doing everything right. But keeping them around is the one thing that you done did wrong. So you didn't do everything right. If you did do everything right, you would have went ahead and stopped talking to them in the first place. And not, or i.e. not have them around when you were handling your business, when you were striving for the things that you wanted to strive for. So a lot of you Leos, right, y'all need to, like I said before, a lot of y'all started to wisen up a little bit and realize that just because a person says that they have your back does not mean that they do, even though they said that they have it. So you want to see where they're really coming from, because the Page of Swords, a lot of you Leos are more aware of what could happen. You are aware that, in your past, some years ago, 2-3 years, not even long or longer, 2-3 years ago or longer than that, things may have turned out a different way if you would have kept hanging out with said people, because you were doing it to yourself. You Leos were seeing things about loved ones, friends, family, romantic interests that you shouldn't have had to see, because they were being dysfunctional to you. So a lot of you Leos decided, okay, you wanted to go ahead and kind of sweep that up underneath the rug. You wanted to have them in your life, but at the same time, you didn't understand why this person was so dysfunctional the way that they are. And one thing that a lot of you Leos didn't take into consideration is the fact that they're not going to stop. They're too stupid. They're too caught up in their dysfunction, in their own corruption to stop. So you have to let them go. You have to disassociate yourself from them. You have to stop talking to them in the first place. The Five of Cups and the Eight of Wands to kind of give another extension of this, because this is what it's talking about, is that, again, this is a warning to you Leos. Like, you're in such a good position in life. Why it's saying, why jeopardize that now and in the future by hanging out with people that don't even appreciate you? See, what the cards are doing right here is trying to show you, right? What the cards are doing is trying to show you that your life is going well, and that you Leos got to learn from your mistakes, that how you first perceive friendships, relationships, familial ties are wrong. You Leos were too caught up with what these people meant to you, enough, so much to the point where you were having problems being able to actually look at who they were to decide whether or not they should continue to be in your life. So let's clarify the Eight of Wands. Wheel of Fortune, Four of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Lovers, Two of Cups, Five of Swords. To clarify the Eight of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. You Leos are definitely on a brand new cycle now. You don't have dysfunctional people around you anymore. And so now, because of that, you get to start fresh. Now you get to start having a whole new friendship circle around you Leos. And if they are not your circle, if these are people who are not your tribe, right, as people like to say, if those people are not your family, away from family, that's what I call it. If these people are not your family, away from family, then guess what? Don't have them around. Don't kick it with them. You can't, the Three of Wands, leave and go find and rock with somebody else. The Two of Cups and the Five of Swords now is about, because it's about you. And if you don't leave and go find somebody else, Five of Swords is gonna happen. They're gonna play like they're kicking you out the group, alienate you, disrespect you, treat you like trash, turn on you, because you need to make a decision. You gotta decide. They're showing you that they can abandon you. And I'm talking about social circle, right? Friends and stuff like this. They're showing you, right, romantic interest. They're showing you that they could kick you out of their life. But they gotta understand autonomy though. So, and then let's clarify the Strength card, which is Leo. Seven of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Magician, unalive card, the Queen of Wands for you Leos. So the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles for you Leos is about, again, you know, they have to understand autonomy. They have to understand you a little bit too. It's not just about you understanding them. They have to understand you too. You know, you need your autonomy. You have to express who you are. That's why you got the Queen of Wands, which is the last card. But the Magician and the unalive card represents how it is that, you know, you did a lot of, you did a lot of things. You will do a lot of things that a lot of people are not necessarily going to agree with. If they're really friends with you, they shouldn't have to agree with everything that you do. Because again, the Queen of Wands, you have your own autonomy. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. If anybody would like to support the channel so I can most definitely keep the show going, there's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it, okay? It will redirect you to a website where there's ways to get a personal reading from me, birth chart reading, as well as the books that I have there on Amazon.